Hi everyone, my name is Rita. So I don't know how many times I have tried to get this video done. Okay, even with my horrible English, I don't know. I'm trying to talk about my life, but every time I'm trying, I don't know. My camera is not working. I just want like to throw that away. Last night I tried to, no, yesterday I tried to get a video done. I was in the car with my friend and then my camera battery went off. And then last night I asked my friend to be on the phone, so I'm gonna video with the camera, with this camera, so it's gonna help me with my English because I'm not confident. My camera went off. No, I was so emotional and then I was crying so much. And then, yeah, today I wake up, I was really tired. I'm really tired. I'm just feeling like those days, I'm not really having a proper sleep for like a couple of weeks now, 3 weeks now. I know it's something else there, but it's also a time that I'm like, okay, some stuff in my mind that I need to take it out. So I don't know how to introduce myself on, for on YouTube. I don't know how they done it. Even if I learn, I will know gonna do that right. So I'm just gonna go straight to the point and then talk. So it's about my personal life, what I have survived to, what I have to live with. Sorry, my English. If I made a mistake, please, guy, leave a comment. If someone sees that, I don't know, just leave a comment and then encourage me. I want to learn more English. My kids does not speak French or any of my language. They just speak English, so that's why I'm trying to do my best to learn English even more. So anyway, I'm born and I have seven siblings. I go four sisters and then 3 brothers. Sorry, I whistle when I talk. I don't like my accent. I don't like my voice because I whistle all the time I talk. So I'm gonna try to not, but it will come natural. So yeah, we are 8, and then all of us, we don't know really our dad. Okay, but I had a chance that my mom sent me when I was 7 years to my grandmom, to my dad's mom, who he abandoned me when I was 2 years old. So I went to people that I didn't know, but going there I was really loved. I think I never been loved like that. I was really loved by my grandmom. Okay, she was cared, loved, and all her attention was on me because kids that she had twin, and then there was girl, but they died. Every girl that she gave birth, they die. She just left with boys. So for me, and then when she sees me, I was like, okay, one of the girl that she wanted to have. Yeah, that, like she says, I'm her daughter. And then at one point I started to call her mom too, because in Africa is easy. When they tell you need to call this person mom, you need to call, yes, you just obey. And then there is, everything was going well until I met I my grandmom start to talk to this man who we was going same church. So my grandmom started to talk with him, And then he proposed to my grandmom, oh, see, because you don't have a good situations, you struggle, I can help you. I have a shop. If you need sugar, you need salt, you need oil, so just come, and even send Rita. She can come pick that up, and then yeah, I will give to her. Just you send her. So my grandmom accepted, but she never goes straight away. We struggle really a lot, and then until a couple of months, she was like, okay, you need to go and then ask him. Every day we was going, and then no, we bumped in the church, and then my grandmom told him, I will send Rita to come pick up some sugar, because we're struggling to have breakfast in the morning without sugar. And then he was like, oh, no bother, no worries, I will give her sugar, salt, and then oil. He says things that he is going to give me to my grandmom. And then my grandmom said, okay. My grandmom sent me there, and then he give, and then I went home. 2 weeks after, she said, so my grandmom started to send me every 2 weeks. I get mixed up with grandmom and mom because I was calling him mom. Every 2 weeks, my mom will send me there. I will pick up stuff. And then it comes one day that she sent me there, and he told me to go to the the room at the back to wait for him. I was 9. So I go there. I go to wait for him. And then I stayed there for like an hour. I don't know, but for me, it was seeming like it was so long. I waited for him for long. I don't know if it was just 5 minutes. I don't know, but it was so long. I was in this room and the back with no light. I was in them. And then I heard the front door get locked of the shop, get locked. And then he was coming, and then he came in the room. And then everything was so dark. Then I hate darkness. Even when I sleep, I turn the light off, but I still sleep with my TV on. Everything was so dark. And then he came to me, and then he took his trousers, he opened his trousers, and then he told me to touch his private part. I touched her. I done what he asked me to do. I done it, and then I left. And then I was crying all day when I went home. I was crying all day. My grandmom was asking me what I was not telling my grandmom. And then after a month after, actually, my grandmom sent me there. And then I said, I didn't want to go there. And then my grandmom was like, oh, go there, he will give you, sweetie. And then I was like, no, I don't want to go there. But I was not giving my grandmom a reason why I didn't want to go there. So, yeah, so, and then my grandmom will be like, you're not gonna eat. But see, because we was just having like breakfast and then dinner. So that was the only time he was eating. And then I was really starving. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go. So when I went there, he sent me again in the back room. At the back room. In the back room? I don't know. So I went there, and then he came again. He took off his trousers. He took his private part out. And then he told me to put that in my mouth. And then I told him, I says, I need to go ask my grandmom first before I do that. And then he was like, see, if you go ask your grandmom will blame that on you. She will hate you, because this is things that everyone does but they don't tell. And he started to give me so many excuses, and then telling me like people does it but they don't tell, young kids does it, they don't tell, because I don't tell them to keep a secret, because to keep that, because this is when adult, young start to begin an adult. So he told me that. I took it, I believe it. So most of time when I was going there, I will be crying. When I go home, I will be crying. And then my grandma will be like, okay, you know what? We're gonna struggle. We're not gonna be eating, but you're not gonna be going there anymore. I was like, okay, thank God. And then, but for me, when I finish school, to go to the market, to go to my mom to enjoy my grandmom, because she was selling in the market, I have to pass him. So all the time I was passing him, he will call me. And then sometimes he will be out the door, he will call me. So if I don't go, he will tell my grandmom. And then my grandmom was like, oh, he calls you and then you don't, you try to disrespect him, blah, blah, blah. So I just had to go when he was calling me. And then we call, he will tell me to do that, and then he will give me sweeties. And then this is another thing, I hated sweeties. For one point, I just started to eat sweeties when I was 26, 27. I hated anything sugary. I hated that because it was just reminding me of him. So, and then my mom wanted me back, so my mom sent for me and then collect me. I went back. That was in DRC Congo. I have to go back in Brazzaville. I went back. When I went back, everything was changed. My mom had a possibility to look after us because my sisters married white man, French guy, who was looking after us, who was providing for us, who was even paying my mom rent, all that. They was older than my sisters, but they was helping us. And things changed. For the 3 years I was in DRC Congo, going back to my mom, things has changed. I felt like my sister, my actually biological sister, the brothers, my two sisters, one was already in France, and then another one was preparing to go live in France. And then the other one was mixed race Marushka. She never really liked, I never see that she really likes me, but anyway, that can happen. So I never really had attention from anyone of my family, my mom, and no. Most of the time it's just with my cousins. We was playing, had fun and all that. Or we have fun when I'm with my sisters, when my brothers, when my cousin will be around. Because it was not really an energy, a girl energy apart from my cousins. And then there is my brother will be say things like I'm the most ugly. He was more than my youngest brother. My youngest brother will say things like he will sit with my older sister and then my other cousin, and then they will be saying like I'm the ugliest. I don't look good, blah blah blah. Okay, that was affecting me, but I was just say like, oh, maybe they see something that is not normal in my face, and then I was like, And then they tell me things like when my dad left because my dad not really liked me, and then they will say like my dad was thinking my oldest brother is mixed race, was his child. Me, I'm not. He never thought like I was his child. So, and then I was like, see, when they started to sing that, start to say like, oh, maybe because I'm too ugly, that's why my dad doesn't want anything to do with me. So one day at my mom party, she was introducing her boyfriend and a family to her family, and then one of my mom cousin, she told me, she says to another one of the family, I don't know, because I cannot be bothered with them anymore. And then she was like, oh, who's this? Her face was like, who's this? And then the other one was like, it's Pauline's daughter. And then she's like, oh, the ugliest one. And then she was like, she laughed. She never gave her any answer. The other one laughed. And then she's like, oh my God, see, and all the 8 kids, she's the most ugliest one. That really affected me for years and years and years and years. For adult to say that to a young child, that's why when people say like, it's ugly kids and then it's no ugly kids, it's ugly kids and beautiful kids, and then all I say is never been ugly or beautiful kids. All is the same. No matter what, I just see the kids the same, because I cannot accept someone call a kids ugly, because I had that experience, and then that really affected me until affect me sometime. If I have a relationship now, if that never work, I will say like, oh, because that is why I'm ugly. So the reason why it's not working because I'm ugly, but I don't know. Anyway, and then years go by, and then my sister actually moved to France, her and her daughter, but she left her husband in Congo. He was still working in a oil company. We have to live with him, to look after him, to cook for him. My other sister, Marushka, she never even cared to cook for him, to be honest. She was telling me to do that, do that, do that, but I knew how to cook since I was 10 years old. So I was cooking for him. And then one day I was having a shower, and then I heard the door get unlocked. I was wondering how someone was unlocking the door when I locked the door inside. You cannot lock it outside. You cannot unlock the outside, but it was unlocked. And then I could see a shadow behind the curtains. I was having a shower. I thought it was my sister, but I saw a heavy, like a male shadow. And then I kind of like opened to see, like, to see that. And then I see it was my brother-in-law. Listen, my brother-in-law, it was 45, 47. So I opened the window, I look at him, and then he look at me, and then he just like opened all the window. And then I was standing there. I didn't know what to do. Did I have to shout or no? That day no one was in house. Who I'm gonna shout to? So I was standing there, and then he was standing there. He come to me. He started to touch my stuff, and then I was just standing there. I didn't know what to do. I was just standing there watching him do that, and then he finished, and then he left, and then he locked the door. I left behind. I was crying. I was in the bathroom. I was crying. I'm like, oh my God. Even I don't like the way my siblings treated me sometimes, but at least I'm away from that guy who used to abuse me, who used to tell me to do things that I didn't want to do. So here he come now, and then someone, this is now, I'm not doing things to him, he's actually doing things to me. So I was not happy. So one day he came again after he done that, and then he left there for a couple of weeks, and then he done that again, and then he when he was actually to rape me, he told me, says, no one gonna believe you. They will always believe me. So it's something like when he's telling me that I have his voice and then the voice before when I was 9, I kind of like, I just closed my eyes and then I could hear the same voice saying same things, singing same song. And then I was like, okay. At one point, I started to begin to think it's normal. And yes, I started to beginning to think it's normal. So he started to rape me. So I was 12. He started to rape me. And then, yes, started to do that to me. And then I could not say to anyone because I already knew my family energy through against me. So I didn't want to tell anyone. And one day, thank God, he was doing that. And then my sister worked in a home. And then she find that. And then that was, no, before that, I was not going in a house anymore. If my sister should know, and I'm not going to go to any house. Even he called me, I will be in a swing. Because when we was living, it was like a things, I don't know how to call that, but it was like something, a place that just white people was living in my country. So we go, actually, most of things, swings, stuff like that. And then, yeah, and I will be old when I finish school. I know he's gonna come at 12 o'clock to eat, but that after that he was actually not coming in the house again for to eat, but he was coming for me. So sometime I will go play, I will not come back. And then you start to tell my sister, like, I go out, I don't come back. And then my sister will be really angry about on it to me. And then I was thinking, like, maybe he told them I didn't want to do that again, and then they angry with me. Maybe I have to do it. I don't know. So, and then there is my sister came from France, Pamela, for holiday. And then when she was there, I was spending more time. I'm like, thank God he's not going to do that anymore. But he always find a way to do that. Even if my sister, she's in house, he was still abusing me. Even my sister in a house, same house, he was doing that. So one day, my sister, in the morning, I was getting ready to go to school. He opened the bathroom like he was doing, and then he come in the bathroom, and then he was abusing on me. And then my other sister walked in, Marushka. She walked in, and then she saw that. I thank God, I'm like, at least he's gonna stop her. And then I got my mom and my sister and my two sisters calling me in home, and then blaming that on me, telling me it's my fault. They say it is your fault. You trying to snatch your sister husband because he got money. I was 12 years old. They start to tell me that. They say, like, you're bad. They call me any name that they could call me. And they told me I'm not allowed in the house anymore. They sent me back at my mom's house. And then 2 months after, a couple of months after, my other sister, the oldest one, she came for holiday. And then when she came, she sees me. She was like, see you. If you do what you try to do to Pamela, you do that to me, I will kill you. I will cut your throat. I will kill you. If you try to snatch my husband from me, I will kill you. My heart was down. and I never felt like they love me. So I'm gonna stop here for today before I get emotional. It's more I'm gonna talk about. But I just want to tell you guys, we need to have a really strong relationship with our kids. We don't have to stop our kids to see other parents just because we're mad to them. We don't have to use kids, because maybe it's something that your child cannot tell you, mom, but they they can't tell the dad. If they cannot tell the dad, they can't tell the mom. At least if you know the dad or one of the parents are abused on drugs, are really like they don't actually like they in a way that you feel like your kid's gonna be in danger, do not either you can stop your kids seeing the other parent. But if it's not like that, if it's just because you're jealous, please do not do that. Please do not do that. Because sometimes I think I was like, if my dad was there, I know my dad also, he abandoned me. He knew where I live. He knew we still go that house. My mom was born there. Everyone in that town knows my mom. So they will show him straight. But he's not coming back. I know how he doesn't want to take his responsibility. It's not a dad. But sometimes I just cry him, even regardless of what I know he is. But I still cry for him and then be like, if my dad was there, he could kick that guy. If my dad was there, he could, do something to that guy. Even if I don't know what my dad's reaction could be, but I still hope and this guy who will come, my dad who will come and then beat someone if they try to if they hurt their child. So we don't have to use kids, because kids are innocent, and every relationship that adult went to, even if you hate another one, don't use kids. Don't put kids in the middle of it. So kids will know how to talk with both, not just one. Okay? I hated candy. My mom didn't know why I didn't like to eat candy. If she was close to me, she could know why. And then if she keep on asking, I could be telling her the reason why I don't like candy. I don't like the dark. I'm scared of the dark. And then she doesn't know I'm scared of the dark. There's so many things that about me, my mom doesn't know. But all my mom knows is telling me what to do, telling me what to not do. But she doesn't know really much about me. So we need to have a bond between our and our kids. So to protect them. You don't know, that person can be in your house. You can be there at the time that you just move, go and kitchen, go do something, and then your child getting abused. And then sometimes they cannot tell. Sometimes they cannot tell because they think because your presence is in the same home and the same house, they think like you know what is happening. That's what I was thinking. My sister must know what it was happening. So it's normal. I cannot tell them. I know that so many people get affected with this, and then so many people also tell the story, and then this is something I'm like, maybe no one want to listen about it, but I just want people to know and then to relieve myself from it. I have so much things to talk about again, but this is just I'm gonna stop there because I'm started to I started to struggle to talk. view my English is not good. So I hope. Also, yes, also we need to bond. You need to know your child when it's lying or when it's not lying, because some people also can, some kids also can lie just to get away from something, a really bad thing. They can lie are really bad things, but we need to know when our kids are lying, when they're telling the truth. Yes. So from that, we need to have a bond with our kids. Yeah. I get affected so much, so bad, and then I want everyone to know that. So thank you guys for watching. And then I'm not expecting for this to have million view or 1,000 view or 500 view, but at least if one person sees this video, and then they can learn, and then maybe they understand what I'm saying. Thank you guys for watching, and then see you on my next video. Bye bye.